Hi, I'm Chanda Cooper with the Richland County Conservation Division and the Richland Soil and Water Conservation District. During a recent episode of Watch and Learn, Garden Manager Anne Marie Johnson encouraged us to add log piles and stumps to our gardens to create habitat for cavity nesting insects. These cavity nesting insects lay their eggs in holes or tunnels in dead wood. Another option to provide nesting sites for these insects is the bee block. Bee blocks are artificial nesting sites you can create by drilling holes into a length of untreated lumber. Let's learn more from Anne Marie. What are these things?
They look like birdhouses, don't they? But they're not. These are bee nesting blocks. And these are for our tunnel nesting bees, Chanda. Did you know that 70% of our bees, our native bees, are ground nesters and love open sandy areas to build their nest in the ground? And the other 30% are bees that enjoy living in tunnels. In this case, we've put up some tunnel nesting blocks for our bees that like to build in tunnels. That could be an old beetle hole in an old snag or a log, or it can be in something you have in your garden like this. If you don't have logs and snags that might be a little dangerous in a suburban neighborhood, you can build a bee block.
How did you make these?
Well, first of all, you want to make these out of untreated wood because you don't want that pesticide damaging the babies as they develop. We use different drill sizes because there's more than one size bee. It's not a one size fits all kind of thing. For larger bees, you have a slightly larger hole. Middle size, small bees, these are all for tunnel nesting bees. And you want to make it at least 3.5 to 4 inches deep. Otherwise, it won't be long enough or deep enough for them to lay enough eggs in there, and they won't like it. You know, you got to have the right kind of house to live in, don't you?
Within 2 weeks of adding bee blocks to the pollinator demonstration garden, someone had already moved in.
Well, in our bee nesting block that we built, we have got some inhabitants. A very busy mother bee created these interesting little places. Inside there are her eggs, her pollen and nectar, each divided into little cells that she has blocked off separately. And as they mature, they will emerge from there and we'll have more bees in our garden.
Plans for building your own bee blocks are online at the Xerces Society for Invertebrate Conservation. You can visit their website at www.xerces.org. We'll also include a link in the show notes below. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Watch and Learn. Funding for this project was provided by an Urban Agriculture Conservation Grant from the National Association of Conservation Districts. Support was provided by the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service.